Oh my God, guys. I think someone is living in my walls and stealing my milk. No, I'm not even kidding. Okay, quick recap. Last week, I bought a fresh carton, and the next morning, it was bone dry on the counter with a note that said, "Thanks for the cream, cereal boy." That was 4 days ago, and my milk hasn't stayed in the fridge for a full night since. I'm buying a gallon a day, checking the locks, hiding the cereal. Somehow, this milk thief is already part of my everyday. First off, I found a Polaroid on my kitchen table of me sleeping with a tiny white mustache drawn over my face. Yeah, my face. My friends went feral in the group chat. One said, "Bro, honestly, if he's that close and you didn't wake up, maybe I am." Yesterday at the store, I was buying 3 cartons when these 2 guys from my building came up trying to be funny. One goes, "Hey, got enough milk for your imaginary cat?" Before I could even get mad, the lights in the aisle literally flickered, and a heavy jug on the top shelf just tipped over, nearly hitting them. They froze. One muttered something about ghosts, and they both ran. I was just sitting there laughing and half shocked. I whispered to the air and said, "What? I was saving you." Later that night, I saw a text from an unknown number. "You want to leave some cookies out tonight?" Of course I did it. I ended up doing way more watching the kitchen door than sleeping. Sitting still, listening for footsteps, making dumb jokes to the shadows like always. Somehow, I ended up half dozing off on the kitchen floor. The house quiet except for the fridge humming, softly vibrating. Then I dropped my phone. I leaned down to grab it, and when I sat back up, the fridge door was already wide open. For a second, neither of us said anything. Then a hand reached out from the dark and handed me a glass. Cold, full. Then it pulled back, a shadow moved, and it clinked my glass, cheer style. It was honestly incredible, like nothing else mattered for a second.